It is time to take a journey through Mars core. This is the 7th mission of the game. There are 20 collectibles here. Of course, I'll show you the extra lives as well as the secret encounters, for which there are 2. And there are 6 extra lives in this, I believe. So near the beginning, after you get off an elevator, you're going to find a first rune right basically in your way. So just follow the main path through the big door and it'll be right in front of you. From that rune, just kind of circle around, and then you're going to come up to an area, and there's going to be an extra life, the first of, again, 6. And it's just kind of floating in the air on the left-hand side of the path. Easy spot, not too difficult to get. Alright, so now our second collectible is the Sentinel Battery. Now you can see my character, I've progressed to the next section, and I've cleared out this encounter, and then you drop down a cylinder. When you do, if you travel all the way down this end here, you will find the battery. So make sure you get that battery before you go the other way. Now we're going to find a Praeter Suit point nearby where you get the map. You're going to be in this room with a bunch of these cylinders. You got to get in this one here in the corner and then jump over to the other one. But you need to jump on top of that can. So wait for it to be lower than you and then jump over on top of it, and then you can get the point. So number 4 is a Codex. So I'm basically kind of above where I just was, where we got that collectible. So now we're just going to actually continue, go to the opposite side of these cylinders, and jump up to a higher path there. And it is actually the mission objective here, so you're going to have to come down this way anyways. But as long as you turn left, immediately you'll find the Codex. So as you can see, I'm heading over to a whole new area with a whole bunch of encounters, it looks like. So we're going to go ahead, jump into this, and then we're going to turn right. There's going to be some enemies here. And then we're going to go into this room back here. You'll find a 1-up. Now you'll see a question mark. We can't get that yet, so don't worry about it. That is just an extra life. So we're continuing down the story path, and then there's around the corner there's going to be 2 items. One is going to be in one of the secret encounters, and then the other is going to be a suit point. So, and they're both right next to each other, right there. You will have to break down the wall. You'll fall down into a lower level and then break through the wall. So here's the secret encounter. Remember, I don't think it was too difficult. There we go. So that is the first of 2 secret encounters. So our 6th collectible is going to be a little bit later. I'm actually currently in an elevator heading up, following the story path, but we're going to find a toy. So I'm just going to circle back around over here first, grab the toy. Now there's also a rune nearby. Now instead we're going to go over to the console, hit some buttons here. It's going to open a door, and just on the other side of that door is going to be the rune. Alright, next up is a cheat code. The cheat codes are always great. Here we go. We're going to go up this little hill, and then you're going to see a question mark. And I'm going to go to that. I got to go backwards here. To the left, and then you're going to go down to the lower level. As long as you can find the lower level, you'll be okay. Then you're going to find one of those push lift things. The first one you'll come to, not that second one. That'll get you out of here. This, if you take it, will take you to the cheat code. Avoid falling down here. You want to stay up here because we're going to move on to the next one. It's going to bring you to another one of the Praeter Suit points. So right where we just were, where we got the cheat code, stay up here and go through this opening over here. Now you got to climb up some boxes, and then you're just going to follow this path. You'll find it. Alright, so we're going from the previous location. There is where the suit was. And you can see the record is above us. However, you can't reach it, so you're going to have to go forward and then turn around and then come back. Just use these bars here. And then swing on back. Alright, so at the end of that swinging section, which I just partially did, there's going to be an extra life, so let's go ahead and pick that up in case you still want those or need them. We got to bust through this little barrier here, and you'll land right on top of it. Alright, so from that extra life location, we are going to go down to an optional area. It's going to have a secret encounter as well as another collectible. So we have to basically go up through that hole. That's a little difficult to get up there. It's much easier just to drop down. Then go through the front door over here to the back, and then you can get airlifted up top. Alright, so at this point we have the secret encounter, and then they're going to have the question mark. We'll get up there in just a moment. Let's go ahead and complete this encounter first. Well, it wasn't pretty, but we got the job done. So we're going to go ahead and take this blue lift over here. It's going to take us to the toy. It's going to be right around the backside of that pedestal. There we go. Now get back on the main story path. That was a little detour. Everything else up to that point was kind of on the line where I was nudging you a little bit left and right, but that last two were kind of off on their own. All right, so you're gonna get to the section, and you're gonna have to use this push, and then we're gonna fall on this little island, jump over to the middle one, and grab that extra life. That is number 4. Now we're gonna kind of sequence a series of collectibles. Next up is gonna be the Praeter Suit point. So from that previous extra life location, you can see it way out in the distance if you got good eyes. And then we'll go ahead and boost right up that. Whoa! I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea how I didn't fall there. Either way, I got the collectible, and now we're gonna show you the location of the next extra life. So from that previous suit point, we're going to turn and drop down to the next island. But you see there's a lower level to it. So we're going to drop down to the base. And then from here, jump over to the next floating island. And you're going to wall grab here. And then you're going to have to jump over to the next wall and then boost into the one up and then back to the wall. A little dangerous, so if you don't need it, feel free to avoid it. Alright, so on that island where that extra life was, if you get to the top side of it, we're going to make our way up to the top. There is a collectible at the very top, a battery, but you can't reach it from this island. Instead, you have to jump all the way across over here, which we'll be doing again in just a moment. And now we're going to jump back, and this time we're going to jump onto the top platform of this structure where you'll find the battery. So now that you picked it up, we're going to go jump all the way back over, and we're going to find a crystal right near that doorway we just passed. So a little deja vu for you. Go through this, turn right, and you'll find it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the Slayer Key, the Slayer Gate, and the Empyrean Key, kind of all in one, since it's all real close to each other. You can see the key up there, but you can't reach it unless you come over and press this button. When you press this button, a little platform is going to rise up from the ground. hop on top of that and then break through the little vent up here. There's also one behind you, which we'll go through in a moment. And you got the keys. And the Slayer gate is actually really close by. It's actually right here. And you know the drill. Complete this encounter and you will get the Empyrean Key. And there it is. Alright, so let's go back to where we just were, on our path to get the purple key. We're going to stand on that box, and now we're going to jump through the opposite vent. Not that one, but this one over here that's not broken yet. And there's your record. Alright, so we're going to continue into the next section. There is one collectible over here in the back. I don't think you're going to miss it, but you'll notice that it is behind a locked door, so you have to go this way, which is story related. But the detour is right here through this little vent. And the final 3 items in this mission is at the very, very end. They're all 3 of them are real close to each other. So if you're just looking to get the collectibles, this will be it for you. If you want the extra life as well, we do have one more of those. But that's the battery. Right below us is the Codex. And then through the next door to the left will be the suit point. So that's it for just the collectibles. Now we are going to go and find the extra life. Now the extra life is in the middle of this encounter. Just kind of stay along the right side, and then you're going to see a bar that you can swing on. And right beyond that is the extra life. Bam, there you go.